Hello everyone, welcome to the House Mouse collaboration, currently hosted by Crafty Bean, who is Tina. This month I only did one card and I used the Mud Pie and Muzzy, what is it called? Cling Cookie Crumbles. And the reason I did this, and I did this today actually, is because this morning I was on a live with two other wonderful ladies and we were talking about having our coffee, and I'm still drinking slowly this second mug of coffee. And it's like almost noon. Anyway, I was going through my stamps and I had two that had to do with cups and coffee and things, and I decided to do this one. So I thought it was really cute. Mud Pie and Muzzy munching on a chocolate chip cookie. So really cute. I also used the Tin Tile 3D embossing folder by Stampin' Up, and the current number for it is 151801. I got it when it was an older number, but the current catalog is that, and you'll see that in a minute. You're seeing a little bit now. And I used the layering ovals. Now the number has not changed. It is 141706, and I used the two largest scalloped edge ones. And then I used Pretty Peacock cardstock and Crumb Cake cardstock. So I also used the Delicata Inker Celestial Copper and a little bit of Pretty Peacock ink pad. And here's what I did. Oh, and a bunch of Stampin' Blends. Pool Party, Dark and Light Peacock, Dark and Light Crumb Cake, the dark black one, the Smoky Slate Light and Dark, and the Petal Pink Light and Dark, Granny Apple Green Light and Dark, and I think that's about it. Oh no, and Bronze in the cup. And I also used, for the coffee, I also used Wink Estella to make the cup sparkle a little bit. And I used also two pieces of the scalloped linen ribbon by Stampin' Up in Pretty Peacock color. Okay, so what I did first is colored the image. I stamped it on a scrap of Whisper White cardstock, and I didn't do the background sky before I'd cut it out, but I did do the green, and then I actually had to just add a little bit at the bottom on the end of the scallop. This is the next to the largest scalloped oval. And then this is Early Espresso cardstock, and that's the largest scalloped oval in the layering ovals. This is the piece of crumb cake, and I had to cut it down a little bit. It started off, I think, as 3, oops, hang on. Yeah, it's about 3 and it's just about 3 1/16 actually, because I had to cut it down. And by almost 5 1/2, so 5 7 8 6 15/16 probably, because again I cut it down just a tad. And the reason I had to do that is because I actually got it on the first card so crooked that I ended up cutting it off, so it's actually up on another layer of Pretty Peacock cut off. Yeah, that's Deb. You know Deb. Alrighty. Anyway, this is a Pretty Peacock A2 size card base, so it's 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And if you want to really see how I did this technique on the tin tile, please come watch next Tuesday night. I'm going to show you that technique. But basically, I sponged Celestial Copper. I just put a dab on a sponge and rubbed it over, and then I felt like it needed a little more something, so I just took another sponge and dabbed a little bit of Pretty Peacock from my Stampin' Pad on. Not a whole lot. I didn't want to cover all the copper up, but I just felt like some of the flowers need a little more definition. So that's what I did, and I think that came out fabulous. And then on the inside, all I used was a piece of Whisper White and another piece of the linen ribbon. And a tip for getting that on straight, as straight as I can do, is I actually lined up my ruler. I lined up the card, the white card. I lined up my ruler And then I used my snail runner to get the glue on straight, and that helped me get the ribbon on straight as well. So there you go. That helped a lot, actually. So there's a tip for you. And I was thinking of putting a sentiment on, but I just don't know what I'm going to do with this card yet, so I left it off for now. And really, it doesn't need one. I think anybody could just write a note, you know, like just a note would be an appropriate one perhaps, or enjoy, but that seemed more like for a tag, so I just couldn't decide what sentiment I wanted on, so I just decided to leave it off this time. So that is my House Mouse project for this month. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you need any Stampin' Up products or want any, I am a demonstrator in the United States and I'd love to have your business. I always have a host code down below in the description, so down below the other collab members' names, it will be there. So I would love to be your demonstrator, and I'll show you how to do all these wonderful things. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to go check out everyone else because they make the most adorable House Mouse cards and products or projects ever. All right, talk to you soon. Hugs, love, and peace.